Hi, Matt with eTrailer. Today we're going to be talking about the RockyMounts GuideRail Bike Rack on the back of our 2023 Nissan Murano. Now this is going to be a great option for you if you're looking for something that's going to be able to hold a variety of different types of bikes, and maybe you want to go out riding with a friend or a family member. You're going to be able to do that with this. So let's take a closer look at it. Today we have the 2-bike version, but you can get this as a 3-bike version, or if you buy the 2-bike version, you can buy an add-on later on. Maybe get an extra friend or family member who wants to go out riding with you after that. But this is going to hold your bike down using this dual wheel mount system, just making contact with your tires, holding it down into place. So that's going to be great if you have any alternative carbon or bikes with fenders. It's going to have a 60-pound weight capacity, so it's even going to be able to hold your heavy e-bikes too. If you ever need to access your hatch, you can actually tilt this away. And what I like about this rack too is all the touch points are going to be coated in this metallic blue. So we're going to have this handle on the bottom. If I just pull that away and tilt this down, that'll give us access. And as you can see, this is a pretty extreme tilt. If you do have this loaded up with heavy e-bikes, this might drop down a little bit. So just keep in mind, this could make contact with the ground, depending on what surface you're on. But now I can access my hatch, and that'll be great. Maybe if you're grocery shopping, you need to put anything in or take it out, or you need to get your gear, or even get ready for your ride, maybe putting on your shoes or grabbing your helmet. When you're ready to put it back up into the seated position, all you have to do is lift up on the rack until it clicks into place. Now keep in mind, if you do have your heavy e-bikes on here, that might be a little bit of a heavy lift. But if we want to take a closer look at this rack, we're going to have to take our bike off. And to do that, we're going to come over to this blue button / lever, because you're going to press on it until it clicks, and then lift up on that lever. And then you can push your arms away. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the back side, just making sure I have a hand on my frame so it doesn't fall over. And now, all I have to do is lift up on my bike and pull it towards me. And then I can take it out for a ride. And taking a closer look at these trays, notice we have 2 different surfaces. This one in the center is going to be used for your skinny tires, and this one on the outside is going to be used for your standard 3-inch tires. And when you're ready to put this back up, all you have to do is lift up on that arm, push it all the way down until it's flush with the tray, and just make sure you push this lever back down too. You'll notice we have this other blue section here, and what that's going to be used for is maneuvering or lowering your wheel mount to accommodate for different wheel sizes. And once you have one down, you can repeat that same process for the other one. And if we move over to the center, past this second tray, you notice we have this latch, this rubber latch. And what that's going to be used for is your included chain lock. So you can put this on so no one can take off your bikes. Now we can get some measurements on how it's going to sit on the back of our car. So going from our bumper to the back of the carrier, that's going to sit about 28 inches, which isn't too bad. It's something more to think about if you're in a tight spot, like a parking spot or a garage. And as for our ground clearance, if I go from this handle back here, that's going to be a little bit over 21 inches, which is pretty good. I wouldn't worry about making contact with the ground if you're going up a steep hill. Now, what I would think about is if you're loading up any heavy e-bikes, that might be a little bit of a heavy lift. But if you want to save on some space, you can pull that blue lever that we used to tilt it away earlier and push it up this time. And now when I measure from our back bumper to the back of the carrier, that's going to sit a little bit under 11 inches. So that's going to save you a lot of space. As for how it's going to sit back here, it's really not going to block anything. You're still going to be able to see your license plates, see out of your backup camera, see your taillights, and see out of your back window. The only thing it's really going to block is going to be these reflectors on the side. But what I really do like about how it sits back here is you still have the ability to open up your hatch. Well, it is pretty close. You can still open it up and get anything out of the back or load up anything in the back too. It's going to install using this 2-inch shank that goes into a 2-inch hitch receiver. And then it's going to use this 3/4 inch anti-rattle bolt that goes through and connects to this locking core on the other side. That locking core is going to use the same key system as your chain lock. Overall, this is going to be a great option for you if you are looking for that rack that can hold a variety of different types of bikes. Now this is going to be more of our budget-friendly option. If you are looking for another dual wheel mount option that's more premium, I'd recommend the Kuat Piston Pro Bike Rack. It's going to work very similar to this one. It's just maneuvering it or using it, it's just going to be a lot easier to do. And instead of having an anti-rattle bolt that goes through, it's just going to have a tool that tightens it down. But if you like this one because it is more of the budget-friendly option and it uses that dual wheel mount option still, then I think it's going to be a great option for you. If you liked everything you saw today, that's just a look at the RockyMounts monorail on the back of our 2023 Nissan Murano.